Stutterbox Productions is a backbone for many of the events that you see in the Midwest, from EDM festivals to late-night hip-hop shows. This company has been working closely with this podcast since the beginning, and we always have plenty of things planned for the future. So, if you're looking to plan your next Get Gear event, head over to their Facebook page to learn more today.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Were you in choir?
Yeah. Chamber.
Chamber? Oh, wow. When was that?
High school. God, fuck that place.
Were you were tenor, or did you get up to soprano?
No, I was a tenor.
Okay. I was a tenor too, which I think is inaccurate for me, like for how deep my voice is.
Are we up right now?
Started? I mean, yeah, we're rolling. We're here. We might as well, right?
He ain't even done the intro.
The panic and low size.
You haven't even done the intro yet.
This is McAllister's podcast, everybody. I'm your host, always, Cole McAllister. Sometimes we just jump into it, we roll into it, you know? Like Joe Rogan, he's beyond the point of intros. So, if I want to get in that level, we just no more intros for the show. That's how we're doing it from now on.
Nothing you could do is worth it. I have everything, and you have nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him. LoLo motherfucking Savage. How you doing today, man?
I don't think they love me. I don't feel like it.
We're both controversial figures, I feel like. I feel like we have our fair share of haters and lovers, you know.
I feel like I'm less controversial than I used to be, but it's only because I don't take as much time as I used to speak on controversial topics. Which if I had a podcast, I would, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you were about to start one with Austin. Is that still in the works, or?
Who fucking knows at this point, dude? That's fucking...
Yeah, that is a pretty unreliable co-host.
Yeah. Fact.
I'm kidding, Austin. I love you, man.
Nah, it's not that he's unreliable, like, in that, but it's just like, I don't know. So, like...
It's hard to get it together. It's hard to... I mean, like, I think, like, if I had a co-host that I interact with all the time, like, we wouldn't do the show. I wouldn't do it twice a week. It would be like twice a month. Because people are so busy, man, you know?
Yeah. Which twice a month would be fine for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be okay. But... I don't know.
But you're not the McAllister Hours.
I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
I'm joking, man.
Yeah, that thing sucks, dude. We're way better. Oh, fuck.
So, man, we've been up to it. You've been doing a lot of shows. We've had the Hip Hop Showcase has been up and running again. We've been doing that, man. You know, we were both recently in Cedar Rapids. I don't know how much you want to talk about that, but we've been doing a lot of stuff, man.
Cedar Rapids was all right.
Yeah.
That's what's a weird thing about Cedar Rapids, though. We did more, like, we sold more pre-sale tickets than we did people in the door. And we sold tickets at the door, too. So, like, there's a lot of people who bought pre-sale tickets that didn't fucking show up. Yeah. And I was like, that's definitely weird. I think maybe, like, the security wanding people down might have turned some people away as well there, too. Some people was probably just buying tickets just to support.
Yeah.
But that was weird. It was a good time, though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, you know, having seen the Hip Hop Showcase grow over the years, I think seeing it in a venue like where we were... What was the venue called again? Do you remember?
The Olympic Southside Theater.
Olympic Southside Theater, yeah. It like I remember when I first got there, I was like, "Is this the place?" Like you're walking up those stairs, like those Helltale stairs, and you're like, am I about to like? Is there gonna be like an orgy through a door or something? Like, what's going on here? But that's because I was the first one there. But like,
that's the first thing that popped in your head. You was wildin', weren't you, bud?
I was fiending. I was like, where's this fucking orgy, man? I need to get my orgy in before I do this fucking...
Well, I don't know where I wasn't there for none of that.
Shit. No, but it was such a cool atmosphere. Like, it was, like, for people who have been to, you know, where the Hip Hop Showcase has been, like, it's undeniable that it was a huge step up for everybody there. What did that feel like kind of being there, being like, wow, this venue's bigger, like bigger crowd, bigger speakers. We had like, there was a whole like, you know, like basically like a whole setup, and right in front of the stage was like one of those, you know, big sound stage type of things. I don't know, I'm not a fucking tech expert on that shit, but I don't know, how'd that feel for you, man, experiencing that?
No cap, it kind of just feels like same thing, different day. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we're just doing the thing, different spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, it's exciting and all that, but although like a lot of people have asked me lately, like, "Oh, dude, how you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know, like I'm alright." Like, and they're like, "Oh, just alright," and it's just kind of like, I don't know. Dude, the older I get, the less I kind of just feel feelings. It's like whatever. Like, I hold so much like less expectations than I ever did before. That it's just like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be what it's not gonna be. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I do obviously give a fuck. I want my shit to do well, but I just don't get like excited and hype like that. Like I get hype. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just felt kind of just like, you know what I'm saying? All right, here we go.
Yeah,
let's get it. Here we go. Let's get it.
Hey, I feel that, man. You know, I think when you do something, as long as you've done it, like it, yeah, I mean, it almost, it's like a work mindset, right? Like you're accomplishing the goals in your head, you're accomplishing things you want to do, but it's not, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but there's probably a sense of me that picks up like maybe it's not necessarily just for fun anymore. Like there's like there is like a work, you know, ethic to it, and like an atmosphere to that.
100%, because like people will ask me about like what I do and all that, like when people meet me, and I'll tell them like, you know, who I work for, that I work for your private bar, and tell them about that. But when I tell them that, like, oh yeah, I run my own company on the side, that where I run my own company as well, I've told people about that since like Damn Good Life Entertainment has been a thing. But now there's just so much more confidence behind it that I can like, oh, whoa, well, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh yeah, this is who I am. This is what we do. Like, this is what we got coming up. Like, where I don't even care like when people are talking shit that much. Like, obviously I'm going to address it because that's the type of person I am. Like, I'm not just going to ignore you. You want to say something to me, I will say something back, because it's going to be fucking hilarious and you're not going to expect the shit that I'm going to say to you. But like, I got motion in like an entire half a state right now. Like true motion, and people know me all over this entire state. So I can't say I got motion everywhere, like if we're being really real. But I got a lot of motion in a lot of places. And it's just like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Like, fuck them. Like, I know I could be better in a lot of places. You know, I don't make this much money, or I fucking don't do this or that. But it's like, we're going to get somewhere. Like, I don't know. I can't even tell people that how far you want to take it.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, but I don't know. How far can we take it? I feel like it's the better question. And it's a big question mark, but I mean, like, are we going to shoot for it or are we not? Like, I'm going to shoot for it. That's why I've been sticking so solo with it for so long. Like, yeah, I've had a lot of help along the way, don't get me wrong, but like, at the end of the day, I'm the one who's like, okay, we're doing it. No, we're not doing it. And, that's a lot. I'm the one who risks the paper. Like, I'm the one who puts my paper forward. If a show did bad, I lost money. That money came out of my pocket and shit. So
yeah. Yeah, well, you know, I definitely like I have a lot of respect for your business mindset, but like you know, at the same time, like, money isn't everything when it comes to this. You know, we've been having a lot of people like that are in like the Iowa film scene, and they have been talking a lot about like how there are those times where you have to do a lot of things for free or like out of pocket. Like, I've had to do that for the podcast. You know, it's an unfortunate reality, but like you know, if we want to be big fish in this, you know, pond that's Iowa or the Midwest or whatever, I mean, those are kind of the steps. Do you agree, disagree? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely like in that category. Like, I'm in like, yeah, definitely. I mean, a promoter, that's always gonna be a thing with a promoter though. Like, you're always risking your money. I feel like, depending on how you go about it, when it comes to like being a videographer or photographer, it's a little bit different. Like, if you fucking have nothing going on, you know, you have no motion, you haven't started like a name for your business, you haven't started promoting yourself, you just been like out fucking around taking some pictures and you don't even ever post them, and then you're gonna fucking invest what, $3,000 into a camera, and then your fucking whole scheme is, hey, I got this $3,000 camera, come and get some pictures by me, $100 for a photo shoot. Nobody's gonna fucking want to pay that shit. Like, they'd rather go and pay somebody $250 that's like gonna get it done right first time. People be wilding like that. They don't. You gotta just create a good business model.
Yeah, well, and it's hard in the Midwest because there aren't really a lot of like rental houses for equipment and shit. Like there aren't really a lot of places you can just be like, hey, I just want to rent this, you know, this Blackmagic camera that's, you know, normally $4 or $5K. I just want to rent it for a day for however much. Like, you can't really find that here. Like, DMAC has some resources that, like, that's maybe if you know them well and if you can, like, get it in. But, like, yeah, man, it's rough out here trying to, like, you really have to, like, have the capital to invest in that equipment. And, like, you know, once you're in that level, like, and there's even levels to that, right? Like, once you hit that level of the equipment, you're not even there in terms of, like, you know, how many, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars can be spent in that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, facts. It's just like this never-ending ceiling.
Never ending.
Facts. But that's like, I think that's like something that not even think. It's like pretty. I don't know. I guess you could say think. It's really just a theory, but I truly believe the biggest thing that grows me and us and like what we do with Damn Good Life Entertainment and Iowa's Hip Hop Showcase so much, because like our target is to make people money. Like, when you spend money on a ticket from one of the artists that we booked, it's like money is going straight back into their pocket, and then the other half of the money is going to a company that actually cares about their growth. It's not just like we're running a show. And it's like, a lot of people out here fucking, I mean, like, you know, everybody does their different things, you know, so it's not like I'm here to, like, completely shit on people, but, like, I just cannot ever get down with pay to play. Like, charging somebody to perform. I'd rather give you tickets and be like, yo, like, for the showcase, it's like, these tickets sell at $20 a piece. You keep 50% of what you sell. People got chances to make like $200, $300. They sell enough tickets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tay Savo to see the rappers brought a big group of people out with him. I'm not sure exactly how much money he made, but he made pretty good money off of selling tickets, doing his first show and see the rappers like that. You know what I mean? You put the work in and you fucking promote yourself right, and you know, you stay motivated, then like, we got a chance for you to actually make money as artists. And I've been performing for years, and just in the past couple years since I started doing things the way I've been doing them, it's been easier to make money as a performer.
Yeah, man. It's been fucking... Sorry, I was... I was looking at your fucking...
Looking at my fucking reflection on my glasses.
I got you there. Your glasses are a different color, and like I have like colored light bulb, and I was like, is my light on? I looked over, I was like, oh no. Then I got totally fucking sick.
Dude, these things are blue as fuck, huh?
I haven't done a podcast in a while.
Bro, these are some nice ass sunglasses, no cap. You know where I got these bitches?
Oh, where'd you get them, man?
Amazon, dog. Okay, look. So I stopped at Walmart one time, and I needed a pair of sunglasses. So I picked one up that like looked like this, but they were just like black shades and whatever. And it was like $17.99. I was like, God damn, that's expensive and shit. But I bought them anyways. So when I eventually lost them, like I always do, I was like, I'm gonna look on Amazon instead. And for like $13, I got these are supposed to be for the winter time, and then I have a pair that's for like the summertime, and then I have a pair that's for like overcast, but I lost the other two already. But it was like $13, and they all come in their own little separate cases with the fucking cloths to clean them and shit. I was like, 3 pairs for that compared to fucking $17.99 or something that was like the same fucking style but not as good.
Yeah, those 5-year-old Asians are fucking working hard in those sunglasses, man.
Matter of fact,
making
I'm
you
taking
fly.
these bitches
You know,
off.
I was thinking that too. My fucking. Oh my god.
The headphones are fucking squeezing them on my face.
That's how I was feeling too, man. Oh god. Yeah,
Now
well,
you gotta put your fucking windshields on.
Now we got a sense of normalcy here, man. Sorry, man. The fucking. That's why I don't wear sunglasses on the fucking podcast app, because then you're like behind a shield. You know what I mean?
That one episode, me and Loco Boogie fucking wore them the entire time.
Yeah.
I think you did too.
Yeah, I think I did too. That's right. Yeah.
I don't remember if I wore sunglasses or not though.
Yeah, those were. I feel like we were on a different vibe then. You know, I don't know.
I think I was more high than I am now.
Yeah. I was more drunk. We were probably all drinking too.
I mean, I've been drinking for sure. That food sobered me up a bit though. When I called you, I was definitely more intoxicated than I was by a long shot than when I showed up here. So, but when I called you, it was like, okay, I'm not consuming any more alcohol at this point.
Should we just cut out the first 20 minutes of this episode? Just talking shit.
Nah, the first 20 minutes is fine. I'm drinking again, so I'm re-intoxicating already. I'm good. I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm
drunk
talking
all
shit.
the time. Like when I'm out and about at shows and shit, I'm always fucking drunk. So if somebody's like, yeah, well, you said this when you were drunk, and I'm like, well, I do think that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I don't remember saying it most of the time, and they'll be like, you said this to me, and I'm like, well, you know what? Drunk me was right. So I'm sorry, buddy. People think I'm this in a sense, I am a nice guy. Like, I do care about people, and I do my best to like help people and help us all grow and shit. But like, at the same time, I still don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Suck my dick. I will fight you. Like, that type of shit. I'm still on that. Just not as much as I used to be. But it's like,
well, it's not necessarily malicious to just say, like, you know, like, this is me, fuck you, what you think. Like, you're not like attacking anyone. You're not like even talking shit about anyone necessarily. You're just saying this is me. I see that, man.
I
see
will
that,
talk
for
shit
sure.
though.
Yeah, I mean, we all do, man. Everybody's
It's like,
fucking talk shit.
I'm in right to my own opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
that's why, like, I don't know, with a lot of people and the things that they think, I'm just like,
People get bad
whatever.
takes, man. People have bad takes.
Like, can you believe that they fucking think that? And I'm like, well, yeah, I can. There's a lot of people that think a lot of things, you know? Like, I've heard a lot of crazy shit. I can believe it. They just said it type of deal. Like, somebody says something fucking racist or something sexist, and it's like, can you fucking believe that? It's like, yeah, because thousands of people think the same way as them. So I can absolutely believe it. And I'm like, what the fuck are you going to do about it? You going to go actually do something? Post a video. Don't fucking come talk to me about it. What am I going to do? You know, and it's just like,
they want you to use your platform, LoLo Savage.
it's like, I don't like Andrew Tate, really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They want your next album to be fuck Andrew Tate.
I think there's a lot of things that he says towards men that are geared towards men that are correct, and like, but there's a lot of things that he says that are fucking wild opinions. But it's like, at the end of the day, whether you love him, hate him, maybe like him a little bit, or just don't care, what the fuck are you gonna do? Not a fucking thing. So I don't care. What he's doing isn't affecting what I'm doing. So I just don't care anymore. I'm at that age point where I'm just like, what do you want me to do, brother?
You know, I kind of feel like that too. Like, I'm conflicted because like I'm a very like politically geared person. Like, I do really much care about politics. I listen to a lot of political stuff. But like, at the same time, like, yeah, there's a point where you're like, how much can I do? Like, even like if you have a podcast or if you have a platform with music, like, in whatever you're talking about in your songs, like, there's only so much people could do, right?
And this is the fucking big thing about it. Most of the things are things that hundreds of other people have done throughout time. So they're just the next person, the next man, woman, who the fuck ever to do it. So it's just like, bro, it's like the people with the Bible that are like, you see what's happening? The world's ending. I was fucking talking to this chick once, and she was like, I think a woman is going to end up getting elected president, and it says in the Bible, when a woman rules the earth and whatever, this and that's going to happen. And I'm like, America's not the earth. What the fuck are you talking? I'm just like, what are you talking about, bitch? You are fucking insane. People like,
America's actually a very small part of the earth.
yeah, they try to correlate the United States with the Bible so heavily.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you are fucking insane. Like, that's how fucking stupid you are. I'm just trying to run some shows and make some music. You know what I'm saying? Make some money, have a good time, throw some parties. Not that shit. Fuck it. It's too much. It's too much to get all stressed about it anymore.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, especially when it comes to something like religion, like, there's only so much you can do to a point when, like, trying to talk to someone about, like, how you disagree in, you know, in that belief sense, you know, like there's a point where it's like, okay, you believe one thing, I believe another thing, and like you're not going to logically argue someone out of religion or into religion. Like, it's something that usually you have to work through. All right, let's take a break and take care of this fucking dog. So we were talking about what we were talking about, just convincing, like, basically just convincing people. Guys, we're back. Sorry, like, convincing people of different.
Yeah, guys, we're back.
What do you think about Christian nationalism?
Christians fucking terrible. Fucking
really
terrible. Christians, Catholics, and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I really don't like is the motherfuckers that fucking really ruined Africa and they still meddle around in Africa. I can't fuck with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's fucking still Christian shit all over Africa, like, trying to get people to convert and shit. And it's like, bruh, chill out.
Bro, I remember where I grew up, like, that was a huge thing in high school, like, mission trips. People would be taking, like, these fucking mission trips. They'd be like, I'm trying to save 6 figures to go. And it's hilarious what they do, right? Like, most of the money is just spent, like, going to these, like, hotels. Or, like, oh, look at the room I'm staying in. It's like, bitch, you're not giving the money to, like, you're selling this as, like, oh, we're going to Africa, giving the little skinny malnourished boy, like, $10,000 worth of bread, right? And they're just, like, hanging out in hotels.
You fucking just, you go there, you work, fucking helping build houses and shit.
Like, the word of God is more valuable than the food that they could eat.
To be fair, I know some people that have taken some church trips, though, and they have stayed, like, right there in the village with people. Like, I've talked to people.
Sure.
I don't know about the high school trips.
Yeah. But, like, I feel like there are, like, if you want to actually help these people that are in these countries, there are way better ways to do it than just, like, spending however many hundreds of $1,000s a year just sending, like, on flights and whatever, just sending people there to, like, teach about God. I don't see why
the United States of America is in a position to go and say, like, hey, we know how to help these people.
Oh, it's not.
Like,
it's not.
What are we helping them do? We're going to help them fucking lower their air quality, and we're going to help them fucking up their pollution rate, you know what I'm saying? Create more fucking chemical runoff and fucking, like, you know, like, more traffic, like, probably up your crime rate, like, it's wild shit. Give you a more powerful, I don't even know. Maybe make it better, I guess. I don't know. I'm not the person to say, like, whether you can make it better.
I can tell you they're not. I can tell you they're not making it better. Like, if U.S. intervention anywhere has taught us anything in the last 20, 30 years, is that it fails every fucking time. It just kills people. It doesn't help anything.
But some people in areas, like, they will argue that. Some people like that shit. Some people move here instead because they'd rather live here. Some people, you know what I'm saying? But I've never lived in a place where it's like America thought they had to go in to help.
Oh, well, I mean, is our country better than a lot of countries in a lot of senses? Like, sure, I'm not disagreeing with that, but like us intervening in like Iraq or anywhere, Ukraine, anywhere, it doesn't help anything. It just like it conflates the problem.
I feel like that. Yeah, I can agree with that to a very high extent, but also it's like, well, we never saw the other way around.
What do you mean?
Hey, things happened how they happened. What if we never would have intervened? What would have happened? I'm like,
oh, well,
don't fucking know.
Yeah, well, you could make the argument that if our involvement in World War I is actually what started the Holocaust in World War II. Because at the end of World War I, we said, okay, Germany, you need to go back home, and we're gonna put these borders in your country. We're gonna put all these restrictions on you, and that's what started the rise of Germany later in the 30s, and which subsequently started the Holocaust and all that. Like if the U.S. had just said, okay, we did our shit, you guys sell it, and people had just done that, it's possible you would have never had a Holocaust.
I mean, there's going to be more things than just that went into it. I mean, there's a lot of things, like, and at the end of the day, it's people making decisions, you know? Like, people made choices to do those things. Like, nobody forced them into that shit. Like, yeah, maybe they put restrictions on you, but motherfucker, you guys were trying to fucking do some crazy shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, government in essence is like a force of like in essence, if you have the U.S. government, the German government, whatever, like that's like an embodied group, like forcing themselves on other group of people.
Do you think that we won the Revolutionary War?
I mean, yeah, technically,
I don't think we won it.
I mean, so?
I guess you could say in a sense, yeah, but like the way
it depends. Okay, who do you mean? Like okay, so we can break this down a couple ways. Like the people who natively lived here, the Native Americans, fuck no, they lost. Did the group of people that first settled here, did they win? Like in ensuring their territory? Yeah, 100%.
The Revolutionary War, against the Redcoats.
Yeah, exactly. Like that group, yes. Like the quote unquote America, yes.
I don't think there's nothing that leads me to believe, and like all the history research that I've done is like there's nothing that leads me to believe that we actually won. That was like Britain was like, all right, you can just have it, we're gonna leave you alone. I think it came down to the point where it was like, oh, yo, we've been so, like, both sides were so fucking beat up and so far in debt that they were like, yo, if we keep fighting at this point, we're not gonna fucking have countries ourselves anymore. We're both gonna be broken. We're not gonna have armies. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard of? It's a conspiracy theory. It definitely is a conspiracy theory.
Jake Trumper is screaming right now.
What?
Just this guy. We had him on the pod. Actually, our last episode we just put up, he was like talking shit about like some of your guests just have conspiracy theories, man. So I was just making a joke.
Well,
continue.
It's a conspiracy theory that all the presidents in American history all are somewhere from the same bloodline.
That's definitely not true.
Bro, you can't say anything's not true. I've heard you say some wild shit before. You've never even looked into it, huh?
Okay. You're right. I've never looked into it. Okay, look, to be fair, yes. I've never looked into it. I don't know for a fact. Like, but I would be very surprised if that was true.
Ma'am. There's some people, bro.
You think it's just like the elite is what you're saying? Like the political elite is all like tied family, like has like family ties and they all succeed, or you just?
I wouldn't say all the political
elite. So how do you think that works then? Like how do you think that bloodline stays throughout the presidential candidates?
The way you would state any bloodline. What do you mean? Well, like how did they state bloodlines back in the day? People still fought for power. Like they still fought for who was going to be king, who was going to be emperor, and they still, and a lot of monarchs stuck with the same bloodline.
But that was the whole thing about America, though, is it didn't have monarchs; it had an elected president.
That's what I'm saying. They say that they elected the first president. They gave it up to George Washington pretty quick. They're just like, This guy killed a lot of motherfuckers. Let's take him.
Well, he gave it up like right away. I'm pretty sure he was only president for like a really. We don't have a a checker or anything. But
I thought George Washington died.
Yeah, he did, but he gave up the presidency.
But I know, I know he died. Well, he did die.
Wait, he's not still alive? They're not keeping him in the chiral chamber?
That motherfucker's just walking around still.
Joe Biden just lifts up his desk and he's like, "Hey, Joe," or "Hey, George." George is like, "Hey, Joe." You hitting your guy up?
Phoning a friend.
Oh my god, what if that was a segment on the podcast? We had little cards. We're like, hey, if you wanna if you wanna go to the bathroom, you have to lift up a card.
Nah, he died after his presidency. Died in 1799.
So after his presidency? So I was right. So he was president and then he died afterwards, right? What, you looking up how long he's president?
Yeah.
Okay.
For almost 10 years.
Oh, really?
So 2 terms. 1789 to 1797.
Okay, so I'm full of shit.
Fucking play with me, boy.
Maybe, okay, you know what? I think maybe it was
The fuck do you think this is?
I think it was like he gave it up after his term. I think I just misremembered it. Because when governments usually start, that's the biggest part, the biggest problem. It's like giving up the power. But when he gave up the power to Jefferson is the one who like brought in the Constitution and like all the federal stuff, and like he's the one that like really started like bringing in like the dictator-esque aspects to like the U.S. government. Like George Washington
fucked it all up, bud.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always got to be some old white motherfucker, dude.
Hey, we're pretty good at that.
Fucking shit up. You got to give it to the white folks, though. You got to hand it to them because they was like that. It's ours, and then they showed up. And motherfuckers were like, this ain't yours. And they were like, listen, it's ours. And then they fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like 30, 40 years later, it's like, yeah, this is ours. Like, I mean, you got to give it to them on that aspect. Cause it's like, these guys, nah, they ain't done, shit. These guys ain't shit. We own them and we sell them. And all these fucking people, millions of fucking slaves, and they're all just pretty much like, alright. Like, there's that many of you, and y'all didn't do shit. Y'all just kind of was like, alright. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, some people fought back. I know.
Have you heard that Daniel Tosh bit where he's talking about like how amazing it is that we like had slaves? It's like these people who are like, can you imagine that we got them all to just stay here and not run away?
I know, that's amazing. Like literally like if you actually think about it, it's almost kind of like not even in a racial term. Like think about it without race, just a type of, I guess, like a type of people being able to do that to another type of people. Is like, and I'm looking at the type of people that it happened to, like, how did y'all let that happen? Like, y'all just had to have, like, in some sense, kind of just let it happen. You didn't fight hard enough. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it was the government. The government had laws in place where it was that you were able to sell and purchase slaves. And then that was the power. That was the power structure.
To fucking go all day, all night. Gotta be ready to kill a motherfucker. You gonna have to die fighting. Kill a motherfucker, a couple motherfuckers on your way out. You die fighting.
Yeah,
you ain't no slave.
But that was the crazy thing about black people back then. It's like their like entire ethos was crushed. Like, I mean, when like when they were like freed eventually, like there were generations of black people who like were convinced that they were like still like lower than dirt, like, you know, like not real people. Like,
yeah, I
you just couldn't convince them of it.
Because after like slavery ended and segregation was a thing, they're just like, we're Negroes.
Yep.
How it is, bud. But like, I don't know, motherfuckers started fighting that. That's crazy. And like, I don't know, people fucking wonder why like most black people in America are the way they are, because it like created this fucking shockwave. Like, there's so many people who have these fucking huge beefs going on who don't even realize like they started so long ago. It's like generation after generation, because somebody got killed and then somebody else got killed, and they're just scoring back and forth. And it's like, that's like the type of shit that it fucking stemmed from. It just comes from shit like that. They just kind of made it harder and harder. Even after segregation ended, people don't realize that, like, yeah, the government was like, segregation's over. So they teach you in school, it's like, okay, on this day, on this year, this is when segregation ended. But segregation wasn't done yet, bud.
Yeah.
It was not done yet. There's plenty of people who are like, not here, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the whole thing with the states. But then, I mean, they had segregation, but then they just brought in the welfare state. And that was like, that's like modern segregation. Like, okay, now we're just going to create a system where you're just going to have to keep sucking off the tit. And we're going to artificially create this group of people and have them continue to be less in society and not give them a chance to flourish. And then we're going to make drugs illegal. And then we're going to throw all them in jail if we catch them with, if we're drinking, that's fine. But if you're smoking dope or crack or heroin or whatever, you're in the clink. Yeah. And who do we know is going to do that? You know?
Well, the people who are fucking broke as fuck, so they're out there selling it.
That's the thing, man. Like, that's why I can't stand watching, like, I tried to watch Lincoln, and I couldn't even get past the first 5 minutes, because it's like the whole, like, yes, we the black man are so happy that you, the white man, have given us our freedom. And like, because it's like every Civil War movie just is like paints the North as like the North is the shit, and it's like, I'm sure there were people like that, but like to paint the entire like northern part of the U.S. government to be like all good, it's just bullshit. It's not true. Like they paint them as like, oh, we're the good guys and like we were just helping black people the whole time. It's like, no, not really. You kind of just made a thing and then got rid of it and then made another thing and then got rid of it, then made another thing, and then like we're still fighting these things. Like, you're not the good guys. You're not the good guys. You're still fucking putting people guys over. Yeah. Well, not even smarter, more powerful. I mean, that's really what it is.
I mean, more powerful and smarter. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? These other guys were like bold right in your face, like, hey, because the North still did the same type of shit. Yeah. As the South. The South.
Oh yeah, how they just like got black people like, oh hey, black people, we're fighting for your freedom. How about you all go on the front, on the front line from us and fight for us?
We're hardly gonna fucking train you too. We're gonna have you shoot this gun like 5 times, and then it's like, okay, well, we can't have you shoot it anymore. You can just dry fire it because we're out of fucking ammo. So
remember that movie Glory?
No, I didn't see Glory.
There's this movie with Matthew Broderick, the guy who was in the Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's hilarious to watch. It has like Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, like all the A-cast black.
Actually, I might have seen this.
But it paints this whole like, you know, how they like rigorously train the black people and like, you know, like the Matthew Broderick's character is like the enlightened white guy. And he's like, yeah, we're leading the charge. And it's like Hollywood just always paints these movies and makes these like things like we're the good. It's bullshit.
Kind of in a movie though too, because it gives you like guy to root for.
Sure, exactly. But then that, in a sense, like reflects the public's opinion on the government. Yeah. They're like, oh, the U.S. government, they're the good guys because they brought us out of slavery.
Exactly. This is what they.
And then we made drugs illegal, made welfare, we kept them. We kept them poor.
Well, as soon as they still kept us segregated. Mm-hmm. Like, although that
Jim Crow laws. Yep, all that.
You think that's the North that did that? The North is like, all right, we can do that. Yeah, we can give them their own stuff because we're gonna fucking keep them. Like, it's been a plan for a long time. It's been all the way things go right now has been a plan for so long that it's impossible for it to not have had some type of control. Like, people have been like, oh yeah, this is how we do it.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, man. Where do you think this all goes? Do you think U.S.? Do you think we're all head head shit, or do you think we're gonna come out of it?
Oh man!
After you just said, I don't give a fuck about anything going on.
I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's hard telling, you know. I was watching a stand-up comedian the other day, and he was like making fun of something. I don't remember, but I remember when he was like, "Yeah, just wait until you get into your 30s and you have a real panic attack." And I'm just like, fucking.
You got some time till that, though.
Huh?
You got some time till that, though. Till your 30s.
A little bit.
You got a little more time than I do.
2.5 years.
Yeah, I guess I got it. What? Weren't you born in 96?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got...
January.
Yeah, well, shit, I guess I got a little less than 2.5 years. I got... September I'll be 28. So now I have 2 years. Yeah. But hey, man, you know what? You and I, we're both like doing shit, you know, like you're doing the hip hop showcase, I'm doing the podcast. Like there are a lot of people that are in their 30s that aren't doing, like going to their 30s and not doing a single fucking thing. So I think we're all right, man.
They're just sitting at home with their fucking kids, the little dumbass kids, and their fucking bitch wife, dude. Oh my god, dude. There's one thing. Now, I'm not gonna say every wife is a bitch, obviously, but I know so many fucking people with like that are either married or basically married, and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, bro, you can't do that on the mic. That's gonna like...
My bad.
The audience is screaming right now. You're good, man. You're good. But yeah, man, yeah, having kids, I'm so glad I fucking didn't have to deal with that bullshit. Like, I was talking to someone the other day, like, I think everyone I know that is our age that has kids, they're fucking miserable. Like, they're just like, they just seem to...
That.
You don't think so?
Not everybody that's our age has kids, but plenty of them.
Well, not that they have kids, but the ones that do have kids, that they're miserable.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't say all of them.
A lot
Some of them, though.
Well, it's not economically viable to have kids like it was. You know?
Some people do them taxes paying out. Some of them taxes paying the fuck out, bro. And they're doing just fine.
Yeah, man. Well, going back to government and bad incentives.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, it's a fucked up game, man. Wait, what do you think about this AI shit? You got an opinion on any of that?
I saw a meme like last week that was like that AI can't sell no crack though. That shit was so fucking funny. Funniest shit I've seen in a long time.
Oh, that is really funny, actually. Someday though, man. Fuck, if crack got legalized, they'd probably have a fucking Instacart for crack. Be like, hey AI, can you just order me an ounce of crack?
An ounce?
I don't know, man.
Wow.
I've never smoked crack.
I mean, like, I've never bought crack.
How much crack do you think is like say like the level that like we smoke weed, like if it was crack, like how much is like a regular night of crack? How much? If you're like, you had no idea.
I would guess like.
So what's a gram? Gram's probably like what, like a rock, basically.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think most people, unless they're like a fucking really into a crackhead, and this is somebody who doesn't really know people who's like doing actual crack like that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They're not buying ounces. They're buying like grams at a time and shit.
If even that. I'm thinking maybe even like quarter grams.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I don't even know how much it sells for.
God.
I don't know how much a gram of fucking crack or a gram of fucking like heroin. I don't know how much that would even cost you.
But I will say, if it was legalized, though, you would probably have more of like what happens with cannabis or alcohol, whatever. Is like people would get larger quantities. I think it's probably a fair assumption.
They'd probably die.
Possibly. I don't know what like they haven't. That's kind of the problem with all these like, you know, drugs being legal, is we don't actually know like the long-term effects of what crack use is. like smoking it or ingesting it, or like if you had it in pill form, like we don't know.
There's a lot of things that we probably don't know about the long-term effect of weed usage too.
Yeah,
that's like gonna come up in future studies.
Yeah. No, I look. I'm pro weed 100%, but I do think that we are probably gonna see some long-term effects from like the people who are like really, 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 really using it. Like people who are
don't care.
No, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I feel too. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm good.
This is what happens. So you still gonna smoke weed, and I'm just gonna be like, don't care. I'm still gonna smoke weed.
That's how I feel, dude. That's how I feel.
Yep.
That's the thing. I've been on like the sobriety kick with like alcohol and all this other shit, but like the weed, I'm like, no, I'm sticking with the weed, man. I'm sticking with the weed. I'm not fucking going anywhere else.
I'm still gonna drink alcohol, but
yeah, that's fine, man. That's fine.
I got pretty drunk today on my day off. Not like drunk, I guess, but like in like an extended period of time, I drank plenty. Like I got a really good buzz going. So when I get home, I'll probably end up passing out for a little bit, and then when I wake back up, I'm maybe have like one. I think I got one beer in the fridge. I'll probably end up drinking that, and that'll be it for like a, I don't know, 4-hour period or so. Well, then I'll go to bed. Oh. So it'll be like 12-hour period.
That'll get me through the next 4 hours, and I'm gonna go back to the store.
Nah. By then it'll probably be past 2 a.m.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, shit.
I don't get fiending that hard. Like, I don't fiend as much as I used to with it, for sure. Yeah. Like,
that's good.
It used to be like, man, if it's 11:30 and I just ran out, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm tired, I gotta go get it. So I could like drink it all the way till I go to bed. But like, if I'm real tired, now it's just like, get it later.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like, I feel
first thing when I wake up.
I never got to that level.
No, dude, I fucking drink in the mornings for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I won't get like drunk though. Okay, so like if I work at 1 p.m. and I woke up at 8 a.m., I'll have like a 16 ouncer before I go to work in that time.
Yeah.
8 a.m. to 1 p.m. though, one 16 ouncer of beer, that's not doing too much. You know what I'm saying? By the time I head out, I don't even feel it no more.
Yeah, man. Cool.
It's a good way to start the day, dude.
I've never woken up drinking. That's like the I never.
I drink water first. It's not just like I wake up and in my fucking boxers straight to the fridge. I'm saying my dog gets some water. I get his water. I get his food. Get shower in. You know what I'm saying? Get dressed, and then I usually crack it when I go to let him outside. But by then, I put down a whole bottle of water.
Yeah.
So.
Well, at least you're smart with it. Drinking
it's not even about being smart with it necessarily. It's just dude. Like especially if I was drunk the night before, like I got drunk, wasn't just drinking. Hell nah. That shit just feel gross to wake up and go straight back to the beer.
Yeah.
Unless I got like a real bad hangover. Look, I feel like somebody been stepping on my head. You drink a beer, help clear that up.
Yep, that'll. That's what hangover it is. It's your body screaming for more alcohol. That's what it is.
So then you give it to it, just enough to get the head stomping headache to go away, and then you get back to the water. It's like, okay, the headache's gone. Now I'm back on the water. It means I can't electrolytes.
See, weed always really helped me. Like I've always just been a pothead, so maybe that was why I always just came first before alcohol. So maybe that's why I never but I don't know. I always just was able to. I was usually just able to smoke, drink some water, go take a walk, get some food in me, and that was usually no. I mean, I've had my days for sure. My ex-wife used to fucking drink pickle juice, bro. She used to get a jar of pickles in a glass and like fucking. I remember one time I fucking I woke up so hungover that like I had a glass that I thought was pickle juice out on the table and it was actually more whiskey, and so I woke up drinking more whiskey by accident. I went to work.
That pickle juice be fire though.
Fuck that. That shit's disgusting, dude. It doesn't even really work. I think I've done it like 1 or 2 times.
Pickle juice is so good for you, and it's so good.
Can't do the headphones too much.
No.
Oh, just getting hot in here. Yeah, man. Sorry, I had to cut the AC because
it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, man.
So take off all your clothes. Well, I am.
Do you worry about AI like taking our jobs though? Is that something that you?
Not my job.
Not your job. You don't think AI can promote hip hop shows?
Good luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Good luck, bitch.
No, I worry about that, like, because, you know, I just finished my editing degree, and, like, you see all this shit coming up now with, like, AI making videos and, like, editing people's videos. I'm like, fuck, did I graduate the wrong fucking time, basically?
Better step it up, motherfucker. Yeah. Better go research and learn a thing or two.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I'm for real though, dude. I'm trying to do that right now. These next couple weeks, with I'm just trying to get on these AI machines and utilize them. Use them as tools. You know.
Good burps.
Good burps.
Yeah. That's what I like to hear, buddy.
Good old fashioned burp, man, for sure. That's how we do it, man. Fuck
them AI boss, bro. I beat their ass.
So you just put out a little EP with D-Lo.
I did that last December.
Oh, you had done that a while ago? Shit, my bad.
Mm-hmm. We still just been performing it on the road and shit.
Yeah, true. You got anything else in the mix coming, or?
Yeah, I'm working on my album. I'm working on my next album.
Okay. You able to talk about it, or are you trying to keep it under the...
We can talk about it.
Sure. What's it about? What you got coming?
Well, I mean, I guess you want to talk about what it's about. It's really just about, like... So, like, you know, end of 2019, I went through just some shit, you know what I'm saying? And when it came to 2020, you know, like, I don't know. It's my birthday. I'm turning 24. And just, like, I just, like... wasn't happy with the man that I was, with the person that I was, with the direction I was heading in life and all that. Like, I was just real upset with myself. And I just kind of set out on this kind of, like, spiritual awakening journey for myself. I did a lot of ketamine.
Is that what the album's called? Ketamine?
Nah, the album's called Genesis, actually.
Oh, that's right. I do remember this now. Yeah.
So I've just been kind of like working on that, but really I've been really just focused on like the showcase and Damn Good Life Entertainment right now, putting on these shows, putting on these events, making some paper and shit on the side, and just getting some other shit straight, you know what I'm saying, like some business shit straight, because the music always gonna be there, you know what I'm saying. I'm doing something music related right now as well that's still like gaining traction and all that, so like when it comes time for me to drop again, there's even gonna be a lot more people that are gonna be like, oh shit, yo, I peeped your project because I see all the other shit you posted about. I see you posted your new project. I peeped it, and that shit was gas. Cause like this album, bro, it hits. The shit hit. That's the best way to explain it. The shit hit.
Hell yeah, man! I'm looking forward to it, man.
It's definitely like, it's different too, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say like, yo, it's different than anything you've ever heard. I'm sure there's something that you're gonna hear that you can compare it to. Sure.
Well, that's what I love about you, man. Is like you're one of those artists who like you have your central voice and your central sound, but like you still progress. You know, you're not all over the place. You're not just like staying, you know, in a box. Like you really are kind of doing the steps correctly in terms of like, you know, progressing as an artist.
Yeah, facts.
And it's, you know, and so it's impressive as fuck that you're also doing all this shit behind the scenes. Like, you know, I always tell everybody, like, you're one of the hardest working motherfuckers in the state, man, in terms of like, you know, like being a rapper and like doing like, you know, playing both, being in both those worlds, like the management, the promotion side, and also like the rapping side. Like that's just those two alone. The fact that you're able to balance it, that's impressive as fuck. So give you kudos, man.
So yeah, I like what I do too. I think there's like a lot of motherfuckers out here that'll shoot a music video, right? There's a lot of motherfuckers that'll engineer your music. There's a lot of places you can go to record, but there's not a lot of motherfuckers who's gonna be like, don't go do that. It's not gonna help you. Go fuck with somebody like this or somebody like that. They're gonna benefit you more for what you're looking for. These are the guys that are gonna be able to help you out more. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of more like the guy that I am. Like, people listen to me because they're like, yo, bro, this is what I'm thinking and shit, and I just don't know what to do about it. I'm like, well, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? Like, I get to know people, and I'm like, well, don't do that then. Don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And like, people be like, man, I ain't thought about it like that before. All right, yeah. Like, people come back to me and they're like, yeah, bro, like, they thank me later. The people who actually decide to listen to me, they thank me later, and they're like, yeah, I listened to you, and now I'm doing this, now I'm doing that. Like, I'm sure you've seen people fucking making Facebook posts shouting me out and shit. It's like one of them right there. But you know, it's just like, I didn't get there by just fucking sitting around with my thumb up my ass.
Yeah, you work hard, man. You do a good job.
That's a weird saying too. Sitting around with my thumb up my ass and shit. Dick in my hands is what I should have said. Thumb up your ass is just like, why would I even do that in the first place? I mean, I wouldn't rather just stand around my dick in my hand either, though.
I think that's the point. Is like, what are you doing? You're sticking your thumb up your ass. Do something. Wash it off. Pick up an axe. Go chop down a tree, motherfucker. Why would you just
be standing there with your thumb up your ass? Fucking just stand there like, thump. Nah, bro. That's wild. Just checking it out up there, dude. Seeing what it was like. God damn.
Everyone's done that once, right?
I've never stuck.
You've never stuck a finger up your ass? Come on. No, man. Everyone's fucking done that.
I've never had a finger up my ass either.
Damn. It's overrated, man.
I know a lot of people have got a finger in the ass, a lot of dudes, and I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm pretty fucking confident already that I just don't even want to try it because I'm already confident.
If you don't want to try it, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because like I was kind of, I'm not gonna get into detail about that whole thing, but let's just say like I was apprehensive about it, and then we tried it, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not.
You're like, God, I wish I would have never even fucking tried that shit. Yeah, why did you talk me into this? God damn it.
I won't even lie. I must have been like drinking a little too much or something. Like I even like really tried. Like I tried to force myself to get into it, but like, yeah, man, I fucking couldn't.
Yeah,
I was like, not my thing. I like to be the penetrator. I don't like to be.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm
saying. Not to bottom.
Like, even just to mention it, because it gets mentioned by a chick, and she, you know what I'm saying, she wants to try it. And you're like, then you gotta think about it, and you think about it, you're just like, nah, I can't, bro. That shit does not sound right. Doesn't sound right at all. Can't do it. I can't fold.
Well, the women that you post on your Instagram are way more likely to do I feel like they're the kind of women who would like, they have the strap on and everything. They're like, get on the fucking bed.
That's only a few of them.
I don't know. I don't like super pay attention to your story, but like I always see like these alpha fucking bitches like working out and fucking like.
That'd be bad, bro.
Fuck that, dude. Like that's the difference between you and me, man.
I like a bitch that can work out.
No.
See, like, there's a thing, though. Like, one of those girls that I be posting, she looks real good in the pictures. Like, she looks real jacked and shit, you know what I'm saying? But then she out there maxing for her bench, and her bench max is like 135 pounds. So, like, people be thinking that they like these big, jacked girls because the fucking way they post on their Instagram. But if you see them in person, they ain't that big like that. They really not.
I think the differentiation isn't like how much they're weightlifting. I think it's the fact that they're weightlifting at all. I think that's like.
What's up with? I like an athletic girl. I played sports my whole life.
I've never been into that.
I don't play no sports now, but
dude, there's something about chicks that are in athletes. They have some kind of like alpha, like fucking like fuck you up, like energy to them, and that just I'm good on that, man.
Man, not all of them. Some of them for sure.
I don't know. That's also me being fucking.
You've been listening to Andrew Tate, haven't you? God damn it, Coleman.
He has a new podcast from prison.
Did I tell you?
Free Andrew Tate. No. Do you think that motherfucker's ever gonna get out?
He is out, isn't he?
Is he?
He's on house arrest.
I didn't know that.
As far as I knew. Maybe he's back locked up. I don't know. I haven't been paying enough attention.
That's the thing. Well, if they did do that, they probably just waited long enough to be like, okay, now we're just gonna... Alright, we'll just put you in house arrest.
I only ever see things about him on Twitter, and I just don't get on Twitter that much. I don't have many Twitter followers. I fucking never know what to say in my tweets. It seems like the fucking... I don't know. It feels like a weird place. It feels like everything that I go to Twitter for, like, half of it's like, well, I should just do this on Facebook. And then the other half is like, I should just do this on Instagram. So...
Yeah, I don't fuck with Twitter. I do really like a lot of what Elon Musk is doing over there, but like I don't know. I don't care. I feel like everyone that's on Twitter is obsessed with Twitter, and like there's just such a clear distinction. Like the people who are on it are the people who talk about it all the time.
The people who are like main Twitter users, like especially people who are like, oh, I don't have Facebook or Instagram, but I have Twitter. Weird. Those are weird people. Very, very, very weird. The coolest people that you can meet on this planet are like, yeah, I got 2 Facebooks actually. Yeah, those are the coolest people you can meet on the planet. Swear to God.
What, one to cheat? No, I'm kidding.
Maybe. Maybe not. Usually people know that they got 2 Facebooks.
Yeah.
These days, get a girlfriend that can't realize you get 2 Facebooks? Come on.
Right. You gotta find like a Reddit bitch or something.
She'd have to be like a chick that's like, I have no social media, in which case, fucking weird. No social media at all? None. Weird.
A diamond in the rough.
Yeah. Maybe.
Or a psycho, one of the 2.
Probably psychotic, dude. Probably
like a psycho
nuts.
Bible thumper type of just like.
You talking about being dominant? I bet she dominant. I didn't have time for games or social media. I just focused on my work.
Chopping down these trees.
Now I drink Coors Light and yell at my husband.
I drink all this Bud Light, and now I just want to chop trees down all day.
I paid for this house. Bro, I was driving this fucking party bus, right? After this wedding. And, you know, I don't fucking judge. I'm just a lover for a good joke, and I thought this was a very clever joke. But he was like, hey, I'm out of beer. And he's like, bus driver, can we make a beer stop? And this chick is like, you can have some of mine. And she had Bud Light. And he was like, I'm not drinking that fucking tranny fluid. I was just like, damn, bro. I was like, damn. That's some hater shit. But I was like, that was fucking funny, though. That was a good-ass fucking joke. Like.
Goddamn. That's funny. No,
tranny fluid.
Tranny fluid. I do think it is really stupid, like, either side of the aisle getting like super pissed about that whole thing, like being like, oh my god, there's trans people on the fucking Bud Light can, I refuse to drink it. Like, get over yourself.
I heard it was like, but I didn't look anything up, so I don't know any facts. It was something about like some trans person that like is like grown, like late 20s, and like identifies as like a teenager or something like that. Yeah.
You know, I thought I heard something like that too. I'm not fact checked, but
I would have to fact check it too, but I haven't cared enough to look it up.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know that bartending, and all the times I've bartended now, I haven't sold a single Bud Light.
Really?
Not a single Bud Light.
That's so stupid. Who cares, man? Who gives a fuck?
I thought it was a wild move from them, though. I was just
it was a wild move
because it's just like this is the thing, okay? Like, so I was at Pop Showcase. I run that and all that shit. I'm like, yeah, I did do a ladies' night and shit like that. Somebody asked me before if I do like an LGBTQ night, like all LGBTQ plus artists, and I was like, I mean, probably not. Like, I'll add them to the lineups. Like, if you're LGBTQ plus, like, I don't care. Like, I'll put you on the lineup if I like your music, and you can bring people as well.
Yeah.
Because, like, I do hold people to a specific standard, to a sense. Like, dude, I really don't want to put people on if, like, me and everybody around me thinks you're fucking garbage. But, I'm just saying, if there's, like, 10 people around that are all like, dude, yeah, no, then no. But it's just like, I don't have a place in that. You know, that doesn't, what I do isn't involved in that. Like, I would support you and I would respect pronouns and all that shit. And so it's like, it's like the same thing with beer. It's like, dude, you're fucking beer, dude. You're not running for Senate or for governor. What the fuck do you have to do with all that shit going on? Just make your fucking beer and tell people to drink your beer, and that's what you should have stuck to, because I bet they've lost fucking millions. Like,
they're going under, man. They're not doing well.
Yeah. A lot of the people that they were targeting to try to support for that shit probably already didn't drink Bud Light.
Yeah.
It's like, you just fucked yourself right there, and then you make a shitty beer on top of that.
Yeah, it's that corporate wokeism, man. It's fucking.
It just made no fucking sense to me. It's like, you're trying to fucking get way too political, dog. Don't fucking jump into it. Don't make a comment. Somebody's like, what is, so like a press conference, what does Anheuser-Busch have to say about the president wanting to make gay marriage illegal? Well, we're a beer company. We're just focused on making beer. We have no comment.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Like, I mean, maybe they do give a fuck. Maybe they don't give a fuck. Not their responsibility to talk about that publicly.
Exactly.
Like, you're making beer, focus on that. And in your personal life, vote for who you want to vote for and talk to who you are comfortable talking to with about it. To just fucking be like, we're going to fucking slap this train. Like, I felt like there was nothing going on in the moment where it's like they really needed to do that too. Now, maybe if it was like a trans athlete, then it would have made more sense in like that type of time. But fucking, it
was so out of left field.
Reaching hard.
No pun intended. Left field.
Yeah, they're wilding.
Yeah, man. There's. I can't stand like the whole. Anytime there's like any kind of labeling, like LGBTQ or whatever.
It's like what we talked about before. It's like commercials.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you used to see these commercials way back during like the Super Bowl and shit. You'd never see black people in them. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, where's he at? Where's he at? And then it's like, there's the black guy. That doesn't even, like, he would never, not never, obviously, because I'm fucking mixed. Like, black people can fucking be wherever. But it's like a completely out of place scene, and they only threw him in there. Because they had to make sure that they had a black person in there, a colored person, and then now they do the same thing with Hispanics, and they do the same thing with gay people. They do the same shit, and they'll get a mix of everybody in there for commercials, and they do that on purpose.
Yeah, now it's to the point where you can't even find
everybody.
Yeah, now it's to the point you can't even find white people in it. Like, try to find like a white straight male in a commercial. Like, it's hard, man. You have to
white straight male, I feel like they're still in there, but they're not in there like they used to be, which I guess, like, it's fine. It's not like a problem that they're there.
Yeah,
it's like I saw that right in front of my face. It's like,
that's my point.
Just doing that because you fucking want people like me to pay more attention. You want people that look like me to be like, hey, there's a black guy on there. What are they talking about? That's what they want, and it worked though. It worked. That's that fucking where you got to get that kudos to white people. They're like, they fucking were like, well, if we did this, I bet they'll pay more attention. And they fucking did it, and it worked. They did it, dude. They've done it with everybody, bro. They get everybody with it.
Yeah, but that's the thing with like all these movements, man. Is like that's why I detest them so much. Is like the group of people that they proponents support are usually the ones that end up suffering from it the most. Mm-hmm. Like it's like Malcolm X said the same thing about like white liberals. Like they will use black men to like advance themselves. Like it's like with the Black Lives Matter stuff. Like there were a lot of white people who took advantage of that and like fucking went to the
political white people.
Exactly. Iowa, and this hits close to home for me. Iowa is trying to pass this thing right now where they you have the option to put whether you're autistic on your driver's license. Yeah, there's they have like a little section where it's like you put that you're autistic, and this is, in my mind, this is a very slippery slope. When you're like, now you're just like, okay, now we're gonna throw autistics in the mix of like all these LGBTQ, Black, Hispanic, whatever,
Yeah.
Now there's a new category, right? Yeah. And now we're putting it on a fucking driver's license.
Especially since autism is now on like a spectrum too.
Yep,
like
exactly.
There's so many different things that they were just like, we give up.
Yeah, well, I mean, talking about the trans stuff, man, it's like people who go to prison and they're like a rapist or whatever, and they identify as a woman, then they go into the female prison and then they have a fest, Like there are people who are also going to take advantage of the autism shit, and they're going to say, hey, I'm a little anxious, I'm a fucking autist, and it's like, you're not a fucking autist, dude. Like we know, okay? We know, and you're not it.
Yeah, you're just some fucktard, dude. I haven't seen you fiddle with one thing, and I haven't seen one stroke of genius, you fucker.
There's a clear distinction. Retarded and autistic. People, I used to grow up and people would like tell me like, Albert Einstein was retarded. And like, I actually believed it, but then you're like, oh no, he was just autistic.
I saw a stand-up comedian talking about how that was like, how they used to call it Asperger's. Mm-hmm. Is that basically the same thing?
So they used to have it categorized as there was like autism, which is like the full blown, like you're in the ward, and then there was like Asperger's, which is more like me, like high functioning, like you can for the most part still be in society, you just have trouble. And now they've just lumped it all into autism, and it's just a spectrum. So there's people like that are high functioning that they only have it really a little bit, and then there are people who are like full blown, like can't even talk or really function at all. So now they're just kind of spectrumizing it. But then that's the thing that sucks is like yes, autism is a spectrum, but then they apply that same logic to things that like aren't a spectrum, and then it just, I don't know. I'm not gonna get too far into that.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Not everything's a fucking spectrum. That's my point. Some things are just yes or no.
Yeah, right. Even on a spectrum, you have a point where it's like you're not on the spectrum. Mm-hmm. Like you're either on the spectrum or you're not on the spectrum. But the spectrum thing does broaden it up a lot more for sure.
Yeah. So now it has people that can just, have anxiety, just general anxiety, or they just have like ADHD.
It's really the same thing with ADHD. They're like, well, you might have ADHD a little bit.
Yeah. So then these
it's
people,
like, bitch, do I have that motherfucking shit or not?
So then these motherfuckers are gonna hijack the system. They're gonna say, "Oh, I'm autistic,"
make
and
a
then
bunch of money.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and that will happen. They'll get government assistance and all that, and then that will they'll put a negative reflection on the group, and then that group will be the one that ends up suffering the most. This was what happens every fucking time you have a government incentive to like make this group, use equity or make this group like up, rise up like that, like just artificially. Mm-hmm. Like that happens every fucking time. That group ends up suffering the most. And that's why we should
vote Republican. Right?
No.
That's not where you were going with that?
Libertarian, bro. You think Trump's got a chance?
Trump 2024.
You're throwing your hat in.
Go. Let's go. No, I'm just kidding. I've listened to a few people that are trying to run for president. We're going to see who gets up there.
Yeah.
And then I'll make my final decision.
RFK is interesting.
He's
RFK
really
Jr.
interesting. Don't see him getting there. He won't get enough support. But I'll try to give him support. I kind of like that. I don't remember her name, like Marianne Williamson, but
Not familiar.
she seems like okay at best. Nobody I've listened or looked into enough. There's like this one guy though, like Vivek or something, Wanswamy. I don't know if that's how you say his name or not.
The candidate that his name is a food dish.
Is that a food dish?
It sounded like a fucking food dish.
God damn it. Yeah, this guy.
Oh, he actually looks familiar. He's Republican?
I don't know what he is.
Or he's Democrat?
The chick I was talking about was a Republican or Democrat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man.
Yeah, this guy's Republican. Fuck this guy though.
Yeah.
I was hearing him talk about some shit, and I was like, God damn, dude, you're like a fucking Indian Trump.
Indian Trump.
God, dude. For real, imagine if Trump was like
the
from
computers
India.
will build the wall.
Nah, it's not even like that, bro. Like, you really gotta fucking listen to him talk. I was just like, bro, this guy's a fucking turd.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, man. I am honestly, I don't know how I feel. Well, not that I don't know how. I mean, I'm not happy about the fact that Trump's where he's at, because I don't think he's a good candidate. I don't think he's a good president. But to me, it's just insane that like DeSantis didn't get enough fuel to like that the people weren't able to wake up and be like, hey, like, yeah, Trump's making these points, but as always, he doesn't fucking do it. He just says he will, then he falls apart at the last second. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody knows that. Like, he ends up just like doing what his, the Republican Party wants him to do. Like, that was his entire presidency. And we have DeSantis, who actually has a chance to make changes like that, and nobody's going for the bait. And then like people like RFK. Like, RFK and DeSantis are two very interesting candidates. Like, I could see myself potentially siding with either
running
of those.
as a Democrat.
Yep. So that's the thing that's interesting. Like, he's already polling extremely high. I think I heard on a podcast he was polling higher than Obama was.
That motherfucker gonna die. They're gonna kill him,
dude.
Boy.
That would be, but wouldn't that be the craziest shit if RFK Jr. died? Oh my God, that would be
is that
riot,
his son,
bro.
or is it?
That's Robert Kennedy's son.
Yeah, okay.
So JFK's brother, who got shot before JFK. I think 65.
Both of them got shot.
Well, yeah, they both got shot, but one for the You think it was the government?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had
especially JFK. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it was the CIA, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, like, who knows? I don't know who the fuck it was, but it was somebody up there that was like, nah. Listen, I know they voted him. Can't have him. Get him gone. And they said, blah. Gone.
Get the fuck out of here.
And he was the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, JFK was the last true American president. He wanted all these like the CIA and like all that, like he wanted to drastically cut it back. Like that's the most fucking American shit that has ever happened in the last 100 years, and he got shot, bro. Besides like Julian Assange, and that type of shit,
It's like the shot that they made was like a real good fucking shot.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, real
CIA,
good
they
fucking
do it, yeah.
shot. But honestly, maybe it's not that impressive. Maybe a regular guy could have done it, because you remember that one kid. What's his name? Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh God,
that kid.
Yeah.
Somebody whacked that boy. He was 17. Somebody whacked him with the skateboard. He rolled to the ground. Pop. And I think the first shot was the one where he hit dude in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody went to do something else. He pops again, hits dude right in his elbow. He got to get half his arm taken off. I'm like, damn. Boy shot twice while on the move in a pressured situation, loud as fuck. And he hit, pop, hit both times. It's a good shot.
That was wild.
That's a good shot. I mean, regardless of like where I'm at on the end of the situation, like if you're talking about just like the accuracy of the shots, good accuracy.
Yeah, well, like he seemed like actually trained in that shit. Like it was like he actually knew what he was doing, which is pretty wild.
Little boy been prepared, but
yeah. I don't know with the whole thing with Kyle Rittenhouse.
but
like
he can't sell no crack though.
That puts him down.
Fucking motherfucker.
Yeah, people say he's a hero. I don't believe that. I think he was a stupid kid going out in a situation they shouldn't have been in.
Fucking ass. He's just some dude.
Yeah, but I mean, do I think he did anything wrong technically? No. I mean, he shouldn't have done it, but I don't think anything was like. I don't think he murdered anyone. Like I think it was.
I don't think that all the charges should have been dropped for sure. Like the fact that like after it happened, he ends up going behind police lines and walking with police for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
Like that motherfucker should have had a weapon removed and got booked right away, type of shit. Like the rest of us would have.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, I think that just speaks to, like the times. It was that like things were just crazy then.
Yeah, facts.
You know, the thing that was crazy about that case, I always remember hearing about Kyle Rittenhouse and thinking like. The narrative, I don't know where I heard this, but like, I always thought the narrative was like, oh, this kid went around shooting black people and he got arrested. But then when it came closer to the thing, it was like, it was this whole other thing. Like, I had to like relearn what the whole case was about. Because like, that's how fucking shitty of a job they did, like, with the press on it.
Yeah.
And that was like, look, I mean, you talk about those charges he should have gotten. Like, he probably would have gotten those charges if the media hadn't done such a hack job with that shit.
He definitely should have gotten in some type of trouble. Like, I don't believe all. I mean, I think they probably just charged him with the wrong shit too. I don't remember what they charged him with. I think they were trying to get him for murder, and it was just like.
Well, that was the thing too. They tried to like go fucking hard to the wall with that shit. Like they tried to get every fucking charge they could on that, instead of like actually assessing the situation and be like, oh, this is a dumb kid with a fucking weapon that he shouldn't have had. And
yeah, for real.
You know,
I don't remember if they court-ordered him therapy or not, but I hope they did.
I don't think they did. He's on talk shows and shit, like doing his own stuff. He's fucking right. Oh, he's riding that wave, bro. The Republican Party loves Kyle Rittenhouse, man. He's riding that wave. He was like on Steven Crowder a bunch. Like, fuck, man. Kyle Rittenhouse
is that the guy that just fucking went down for fucking being a fucking dick to his pregnant wife?
Did you see that video, dude?
I'm talking mad shit.
And the funniest thing is that he's smoking a cigar during it, right?
Yeah.
Which is like that's his shtick. Like the whole show is that he's just this dick with a Glock and like a cigar. But like the fact that he's actually smoking a cigar while chewing out his pregnant wife is just so it adds like a whole other layer to like that video. It's like, why don't you get the shit?
Behind the scenes, baby. Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Uncut. Unfucking cut. Candy camera.
Yeah, exactly.
You're on candy cam.
You know, I listened to a podcast with one of his former employees too, like left the show and like was talking about all the crazy shit that he did to him and like his contract changes and like they like put things in his contract to like that like forced him to like be at the office certain times so they could intentionally sabotage his comedy career and like all this just weird petty bullshit. Like, yeah, man, Crowder's not a. I liked some of the things he talked about like early in the day. Like, I'm not gonna lie, those fucking the thing that he blew up with the Change My Mind videos. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
Where he would like go to liberal campuses and like fight with like trans people about shit. That shit was pretty funny. But
half the time it wasn't even like I agreed or disagreed with anything. It was just like I was just laughing at it.
Yeah, well, and that, like,
it was just round and circle arguments. It's like neither one of you are gonna change the other one's opinion, but here y'all are,
exactly,
just going at it. Just fucking walk away at that point.
Exactly. That was the thing. Like Height 2016. Like he was one of those people. Like it was just entertaining, and he was like riding that wave. And then like throughout the years, he just like got super serious. He became this like, oh, I'm the voice for the political right. And it's like, nah, you're just a dick.
Facts.
Lolo, we've been going for about an hour and a half, man. It's been a good length. Do you have anything else you want to talk about before we maybe wrap this up?
I think we wrapped it up well.
All right. Bet, man. It's been a pleasure. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck what you think.
That one especially.
What's the next hip hop show that we got coming down?
June 23rd.
Okay.
We got Mamba Audio is a group coming out from Detroit. We got 6 Detroit artists coming out.
Ooh.
We got 4 locals going on. We got Give You a Belly barbecue in the building, serving plates. Where your private bar or drink specials going. It's gonna be a great time. We got a comedian host too.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's
fun.
gonna be a good ass fucking time. I'm excited for it.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And like you said, you got your album Genesis coming out at some point. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, who knows when that's coming out? I gotta finish that motherfucker first.
Well, hey, you're a busy motherfucker, so
I'm not rushing it. I'm just letting it.
Don't rush it.
Just letting it happen.
Exactly. Hey, that's the best way to do it, man. Like, you don't want to rush a release ever. You gotta let that shit happen naturally. Guys, every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. You know where we're at. Any platform, basically. We also have a Patreon where you can subscribe for $4 a month, exclusive content, all that. And then we also have a website. I think I mentioned that already. I don't know.
Subscribe.
Go
to the website.
Like it. Hit a like. Drop a like.
Hit the share button.
Hit the share. Send this to your mom. Send this to your mother. Say, hey, mom, you bitch. Maybe you should watch this and maybe chill the fuck out.
And then punch a couple holes in the drywall.
Yes.
Like the garage door.
Send a message.
Let the cat outside.
Send a message.
Let them know you're not fucking around.
We're not fucking around, bitches.
Let me calm down. Find the zen.
Guys, calm down. Smoke a joint.
Find the zen. Find the zen.
Have a good night, everybody. Peace.